Hello everyone, and welcome to the Vortex, where lies and falsehoods are trapped and exposed. I'm Michael Voris. What would you do to save a soul? How far would you go? Or perhaps asked differently, what wouldn't you do to save a soul? How far would be too far? Of course, the more prudish Catholics among us are already saying, well, I'm all for saving souls, but let's not become radicals. Oh yeah? Wrong. We live in a radicalized world, a world where a radical hate for love and beauty and truth often rules the day and sets the tone for an entire culture. Politics have gotten radical. Pornography beamed directly into your home. 4,000 kids being sliced and sucked to pieces every day. Politicians calling these things rights. That's what's radical. No, my friends, the problem with the world is not that Catholics have a radical view and that we are too radical. The problem with the world is that we aren't radical enough. And why do I single out Catholics? Because the Catholic Church is the only institution that can right the wrongs of the world. That's why we have got to get back on track. As a community of believers, we must realize that radical truth, and we must hold to it. That the Church was established among men by God, that it possesses the fullness of truth, that to this Church, this faith, all men are called. These radical notions changed the world once. They became the pillars for an entire civilization, an entire culture. And they didn't just exist out there in space. They were carried into the darkness by radicals. That is, after all, what a radical is, right? A person who acts on radical ideas. And lest we forget history, it is the radicals who set the agenda. It's the radicals who bring about change. It's the radicals who set the course of nations. Why is it then, of late, that all the radicals seem to be on the wrong side? From liberal progressives with their nutty, insane notions of redefining marriage, to child killers and promoters of child killing, to politicians looking to force their leftist-inspired evil down everyone's throat, they're all radicals. Heck, one of their heroes, Saul Alinsky, even wrote their playbook for them. He called it Rules for Radicals. Bishop Fulton Sheen, God rest his soul, used to say of the communists, another radical bunch, that they have all zeal and no truth, while Catholics have all truth and no zeal. Zeal is what inspires radicalism, and in the faithful Catholic, zeal is inspired by a burning love for our blessed Lord, the truth, the Church. When you love anything, you by definition love it radically. If you don't, it's not really love. It's warmth or fondness or affection or nostalgia or duty or obligation. Call it whatever you want, but it ain't love. What parent doesn't love their child radically? What spouse doesn't love their spouse radically? Love is radical. It's why you get out of bed in the morning. It's why you labor throughout the day. It's what directs your thoughts and your heart. I submit there is no way to be a Catholic other than radically, because when it's all said and done, that's all you're left with. When the final sun has set, when the last rain has fallen, when the curtain finally closes on history, we will be standing before our God who loved us and loves us radically. And He will ask us, did you love me with all your heart and all your mind and all your soul and all your strength? Now that's radical. It's about time Catholics rediscover ourselves, go back to our roots of radical love, and change the world. Back to our roots. By the way, did you know the word radical comes from the Latin word radix, meaning root? I'm Michael Voris.
Please help us keep delivering these kinds of messages that so desperately need to be heard and acted on. Join RealCatholicTV.com today as a premium subscriber. Become immersed in the faith established by Jesus Christ. The Catholic Church is the only hope against evil because that is its God-given mission. As our Lord said, apart from me, you can do nothing. Join RealCatholicTV.com today as a premium subscriber and come to learn and love Christ more deeply.